Hello friends, it's Kik, and that means you're in for new clashes between Elon Musk and Sam Altman, who accused the former of attempting a hostile takeover of OpenAI. The gadget tormentor who tested the Tesla Cybertrack with a flamethrower and sniper rifle. Apple, which thinks it has solved the main problems of folding smartphones. Lenovo, which introduced a six-legged robot dog. And the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation announced testing of 2 reusable rockets. All this and much more right now. Let's go! So, the feud between former friends and like-minded individuals Elon Musk and Sam Altman begins to intensify. In response to accusations of violating the founding agreement once made by the founders of OpenAI, the company has now openly accused Musk of insufficient funding as well as a desire to merge with Tesla and even complete a hostile takeover of it. On the last day of February, Elon Musk filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, accusing the company and particularly Sam and chairman of the board Greg Brockman of violating the founding agreement. According to Musk, OpenAI should not have kept the design features of GPT-4 secret, as this contradicts the principles of research transparency and the definition of a non-profit organization that the founders relied on initially. OpenAI, in Musk's view, has become de facto a division of Microsoft, and the GPT-4 algorithm itself is owned by this company, focusing on commercial profit rather than the benefit of humanity, for which the organization was originally created. Well, Musk is quite the romantic, as we know. OpenAI management has categorically rejected all of Musk's accusations, saying they too grew up on Isaac Asimov's works. According to them, Musk is quite the miser and provided only a mere $45 million to the company's needs and did not attract the promised $1 billion. At the same time, other donors provided the company with over $90 million. So Musk's contribution was not primary, and no, he did not save the company but was just one of the co-investors. When it became clear that without funding, OpenAI could not create universal AI, Musk proposed a merger with Tesla so that his company would become the cash cow in terms of finances, but in return would essentially gain full control. As evidence, OpenAI presented several heavily edited letters. The Delaware court ruled not to pay Musk compensation, which was due to him under the agreement with the board of directors upon meeting certain conditions. The company's investors decided that a payout of $56 billion was undeservingly high. Let's see how these incredibly interesting events will develop further. Meanwhile, the well-known techno-tormentor Zach Nelson, who became famous for bending, burning, and variously mistreating devices, decided to up the stakes and test the durability of the Tesla Cybertruck. He prepared a real test for Elon's electric pickup in the form of a flamethrower and various firearms. First, the blogger used the Not a Flamethrower from the Boring Company, owned by Elon Musk. This did not harm the vehicle's stainless steel body at all. However, Zach didn't conduct this experiment just for that. After the hot warm-up, the blogger armed himself with a 9mm Glock 19 pistol. The bullets left an impressive mark on the metal but did not penetrate it. True, if you hit the same spot consecutively, it could lead to a crack. The 22 caliber also did not penetrate the cladding, but the twice faster bullets of the 17 caliber did pierce the metal but got stuck inside the door. Next, Zach armed himself with a semi-automatic rifle AR-15, which managed to pierce the door all the way through. The last in line was a sniper rifle with 50 caliber cartridges. Expectedly, it penetrated the doors of the electric car and even damaged some wires inside, although it did not affect the operation of the machine in any way. All this is cool, but in our opinion, you know what's even cooler? That the sponsor of all this made a significant donation to the wheelchair manufacturing firm organized by Zach himself. Zach founded it for his wife, who is unable to walk. And darn it, yes, this really touched us. Zach is awesome! Let's move on. Apple has patented a flexible display for mobile devices, significantly different from competitors in its stated characteristics. The company intends to solve the 2 main drawbacks of such panels: the formation of a crease along the fold line and low scratch resistance. According to the document, the screen will be thinner in the folding area than at the edges. Moreover, different materials may be used for the specified section of the matrix. It is assumed that the company will use a special polymer that is not prone to wrinkling under mechanical impact. At the same time, the patent informs about Apple's intention to change the classic composition of protective glass. In particular, the company plans to make its surface harder, so it would be more difficult to scratch. Currently, most flexible screens are covered with a relatively soft film, sensitive to contact with hard objects. The possible announcement date of the first Apple device with a flexible screen is unknown. It is possible that the company is simply protecting its intellectual property for now, and not preparing to release such gadgets in the near future. And now Lenovo has entered the robotics market for the first time and introduced its debut robot dog named Daystar Bot GS. The main feature of the machine is its 6 legs. Additional legs allow the dog to be more stable, faster, and more maneuverable. The innovative 6-legged design guarantees unparalleled stability and maneuverability, surpassing traditional robotic platforms, allowing the robot to easily overcome various terrains. Daystar Bot GS is intended for use in harsher conditions than typical robot dogs. For example, Lenovo's new product can work as a security guard in government institutions, as well as assist specialists in search and rescue operations or replace guide dogs. The manufacturer has not yet disclosed the specifications. It is only known that the robot's body is not afraid of water or sand, and there are several mounts on top that allow attaching various modules to the dog. Lenovo Daystar Bot GS will be released in 2024. Closer to the start of sales, the company will announce the prices of the 6-legged wonder. Intel recently hinted at what innovations it plans to use after mastering the production of chips using the Intel 18A process in the next half year. By 2026, it aims to introduce high numerical aperture equipment in mass production, and the installation of the first ASML lithographic scanner of this class has already begun at the site in Oregon. As an experiment, Intel will use the scanner with high-NA EUV support within the Intel 18A technology, but exclusively in its research center in Oregon, where it is currently undergoing installation and commissioning after being delivered from the Netherlands. The technology will be used in series only after mastering the Intel 14A process in 2026, which will also help master the Intel 10A process in 2027. Intel published a video with footage of the delivery of the first ASML TwinScan XZ5000 lithographic scanner, which has a high numerical aperture and will allow the production of chips using technologies from Intel 14A and below, exclusively for mass production. The delivery of this scanner's components, which occupies 250 containers when disassembled, began last year, but only now has Intel published a video of the equipment's unloading and installation process at its research center in Oregon. Typically, a team of 250 engineers requires up to 6 months for the installation and tuning of one scanner. Judging by the video, the scanner's components were flown from the Netherlands to the US, which allows for a reduction in delivery times compared to sea transport. Now let's see how the company Peri 3D Construction built an entire building using 3D printing technology in Heidelberg, the data center building. This object, designed by architectural firms SSV Architekten and Mense Korte for developer Krausgruppe, is the largest building in Europe constructed using 3D technologies. The building, named Wave House due to its wavy wall shape, was constructed using a Kobo di Boudou 3D printer, which extruded a recyclable cement-like mixture at a rate of 4 meters per hour to form the exterior walls of the building, measuring 54 meters in length, 11 meters in width, and 9 meters in height. The printing process took only 140 hours, after which builders and a team of specialists added the final touches to the project, including installing the roof and doors, as well as lighting and wiring. And what's kick without space? The China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation plans to conduct test flights of 2 new reusable rockets in 2025 and 2026. The Chinese are developing a carrier rocket for manned spacecraft known as Long March 10. The version with a single central block will be used to launch a new generation spacecraft into low Earth orbit and is expected to take off in 2025. The variant with 3 central blocks will launch the Mengzhou spacecraft with a crew to near lunar orbit. The rocket plays a key role in China's plans to send astronauts to the moon by 2030. The lunar variant of Long March 10 will have a diameter of 5 meters and a length of 92 meters, and will be able to put 27 tons of cargo into near-lunar orbit. While the Long March 10 has specific applications for lunar and manned space flights, the second reusable rocket will likely compete with China's commercial rocket companies. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to not miss a fresh portion of handpicked news. Goodbye!